How about it, y'all? Well, I said I was going to get the fire going first, but honestly, after I started unpacking the truck, there wasn't much of a need for a fire at the time because I was starting to get a little warm already. But I'm going to let that get going. That's already stoked. Got some extra wood right there. And for the wood, y'all, most of these places have spots where you can buy wood from the main office or whatever have you. And then you just make your own kindling, out of those logs, get you a hatchet. But in the meantime, I did set up my tent. That took all of about, 5 minutes. And then a couple minutes putting the blankets in there. I went a little above and beyond because it's supposed to get about 35 degrees tonight. I did the tarp in there just to absorb some of that ground. Make sure my body heat isn't going straight into the ground. Put a tarp up under the tent itself. On the inside, I have a moving blanket, a regular house blanket, and then like 2 sleeping bags that are pretty decent in size. So yeah, I do have a tarp out here, right here, in case I need it. I don't think there's expecting any rain this evening, so I probably won't set that up, but we'll see. You might notice that my attire has changed. I did that because the old lady doesn't really like the smell of campfire stuff in the house. Plus I got a 4-hour drive tomorrow and then got to do camping again. I don't want all that fumes and smells in the truck necessarily choking me out. But anyways, I got the fire going. I got the tent set up, super easy, and that's a cheap Ozark Trail one from Wally World. You ain't got to go out and get you a hot tent. And I mean, is that gonna be more comfortable? Yes, 100%. Am I familiar with those just yet? No. I might delve into it as the temperatures start to drop. But for right now, I mean, this is basic stuff. I'm sure most of you are in the Boy Scouts or something to that effect, to where camping's not that hard. And not to mention, use YouTube. I watch probably, and this isn't an advertisement for YouTube, I pay for the premium, and I probably watch, I'm not even lying to you, 6 hours a day of YouTube. I'm on there all the time. I enjoyed the premium because I don't have to worry about commercials. That's just more wasted time. If I'm already going to watch an hour-long video, I don't want to stop every 5 minutes for a minute and a half worth of some sort of advertisement. So I just pay for the premium. It's like $10 with my Verizon subscription, so why not? Also, back in my truck, everything that I need to go camping, with the exception of my sleeping bags, pretty much fits in that little yellow tote right there. Like, other than the firewood and some larger items, a cooler, I mean, other than that stuff, the basic stuff, I had blankets in there, I got my pillow in there that was taking up a lot of freaking space, and you can even go crazy with it and get you smaller ones that that you inflate or whatever have you. I don't see the sense in spending the money on that. Like I said, the end goal is to get out here in the woods, even if it's in the city, enjoy your evening, sit by a fire, crack you a cold one if you want, it doesn't matter. Have a cold one, have your glass of milk, whatever you're into, whatever gets you by in evenings, Mountain Dew, something, I don't know. Like I said, no advertisements here. But yeah, just get out there and do it, like, at the end of the day, the main goal is spending time with the kiddos, and this is the most, from what I found, the most cost-effective, peace of mind, security blanket type thing you want. Like I mentioned earlier, you don't have to worry about your stuff getting messed with in the back of your truck or whatever have you if you're sitting at a hotel. And if you try to go skimpy on your hotel and get you a $60, $70 a night one, you're going to have those types of problems, trust me. But this, I don't have those worries. Everybody here is always friendly. I don't think I've ever met a mad or a upset camper. I mean, unless you do something radical. As long as you keep to your own, don't mess with other people's stuff, and you observe the quiet hours and quiet times, I mean, there's no reason for anybody to come over here and say nothing to you. One little tidbit about the wood that I forgot to mention earlier. Some of these, especially a nature preserve, you're not allowed to come out here and chop down trees, and even if it's dead, you're not allowed to pick and forage off the ground to get your firewood. So don't always expect that to be an option if you want to go completely cheap and not buy firewood. The firewood here is like $5.99, I think, a bundle. And the last time I was out here, I had 2 bundles, and that lasted me 4.5 hours, and I had it stoked. I had a pretty good fire going for almost no reason. There was no reason for me to have a fire like that, but I enjoy fire. It adds light, it adds warmth, obviously. But yeah, like I said, I know there's lots of dads out there, and again, I'm not reinventing the wheel here. This isn't rocket surgery. I didn't come up with this. I'm sure it's there's other dads out there doing it. Hey, congrats out to you, you know, out there still making time to get and go see your kids, and just, you know, not letting them grow up without a dad in their life. But I mean, this is the next best thing other than just being with them full time. But I say all that to say, thanks for watching. There'll be more. I'm sure I'll wake up in the middle of the night and show you something, or I'll wake up and say good morning, all that good stuff in the morning. I think I'm gonna do some coffee and some eggs and bacon and whatnot on the grill, or the fire rather. But I'm not all fancy with all the little technologies and computers and editing materials and stuff like that. I don't have a GoPro. This is all being done on my phone. So just bear with me as I keep doing these videos. I might invest in a few other things, or if someone wants to sponsor me, that'd be great too. But like I said, there's no agenda here. I just want y'all to see how I do it and how I manage, keep my sanity, keep my money in my pocket, and get my time with my kids. So, all right, y'all stay tuned. Thanks.